Hello, and welcome to another Contemplative Living, where we talk about concepts to bring contemplative living into our everyday life. Well, you can see I'm not in the studio today, so you'll have to forgive me, but it's a little, I don't have all my gizmos and gadgets and nice audio equipment, so excuse me, it's early here. I'm at a conference, at an IANS conference in Salt Lake City, so and it's very early here so that I can get it out in time on the East Coast. But anyway, sorry, still it's very early and I'm still a little froggy. But so things may not be quite as polished as usual for my podcast. But hey, life isn't always polished, right? So Spirit once said to me, we strive to permeate our being with positive, loving energy as much as we can and as often as we can. That is a sign of devotion, a devotion to ourselves, a devotion to our practices, a devotion to our community by bringing that positive energy into everything that we do. And so that's what we're going to talk about. So let's get to it.
Welcome to Contemplative Living, where we view contemplations for the week to have a better understanding of our spiritual paths. This is Contemplative Living with Dave Bennett, contemplations and reflective meditations.
Again, I'm sorry for the audio. It's a little low. I realize that, but it's because I'm not in the studio. And so I hope you'll forgive me and just turn your audio up on your device and hopefully it'll work out nice. All right? Or find a quiet place to listen to it. All right, so we're talking about devotion. Devotion is an opening of your heart to the possibilities you seek. The possibilities of peace, freedom, and awakening. So, when we think about devotion, we have to think about it in three ways. We have outer devotion, we have inner devotion, and we have mystical or spiritual devotion. Okay? So, very much like our life, where we try to embody body, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical all into one, the same, we have to approach our devotion in the same way. Outer devotion helps in illuminating the experience of our minds, our thinking, our thinking world, okay, up in our minds where we where we are live most of the time, okay? That's where our focus is most of the time. But if we bring from our practice, if we bring a peaceful, calm, resolute devotion into our thinking mind and into our everyday practices, into the physical world, then we're going to benefit, and our community and family are all going to benefit. Inner devotion trusts in what is awakening within us. So inner devotion is that devotion to have a spiritual practice, to have that silent time, to give ourselves what we need, what we nurture within inside, so that we can connect with that higher consciousness that resides within that still point within each and every one of us. That's to me, this devotion to me is really, really important. I hold this very dear because when I spend the time with my practice and I devote the time to my inner practice, I can then return to the outer devotion with that peaceful calm and center. When you experience awe intensely, conceptual thinking simply stops. So when you find yourself in that moment of awe, in the beauty of where you are, in the beauty of who you're with, and you see that awe, you feel that expansive understanding that comes with awe. It's not an understanding that is a thought process. It's just a simple knowing and a simple awareness. This is the beginning of mystical devotion. So mystical devotion is the direct experience of the mystery of knowing. So that quiet center, where does that knowing come from? Where is the source? What is the source? How does it know me? How do I know it? So this devotion is on so much of a higher level of awareness. We can't live in this level of devotion all the time, but we can approach it and understand that it's available to us and that we can tap into its infinite knowledge and allow that to, become a part of our inner and outer devotion. We can use it to feed our total being. Weave unconditional love and light into your devotions. This is critical to, we have to bring our unconditional love and light into everything that we do. So in our outer, inner, mystical devotions, if we bring that unconditional love, that is the higher source of our true nature, if we bring that into what we're doing, then it gives us the energy that we need, because we're weaving it into the fabric. We're weaving it into the fabric of our own being and into our interactions, which then strengthen our interconnection with everyone and everything. I hope you can take this and make it your own. Make it your own and be successful in creating devotions that mean the most for you and your community and your loved ones. And I hope you have a blessed week. Namaste.